Now, you thought because JoJo June was over that the GI Joe news was going to dry up and slow down, but that is not the case. And if you've been an actual long-time fan of GI Joe, this is something that you've probably been waiting for forever. I know I have. And of course, we're talking none other than an actual GI Joe Real American Hero movie is in the works, and let's talk about it right now. So American filmmaker Danny McBride was on the Happy Sad Confused podcast, and he's talking real details about a GI Joe movie in the works at Paramount, scheduled to start filming in 2027. But first, if you do enjoy what we're doing here on the channel, think about hitting that like button as well. If it happens to be your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button. And you know what? Google suggests that we tell you hit the bell button so you don't miss out on any future live streams or new videos that we post weekly. Anyways, thanks for your support. So I'm gonna be honest with you, there's gonna be a million videos made about this topic because I think the GI Joe community is really excited about this right now, right off the bat. So the thing is, Danny McBride, American filmmaker, was on this podcast. He's talking about a bunch of stuff. He's got a new book coming, and I think he might have gave away a little too much detail probably than he was supposed to, but that's okay because we like leaks and stuff of that, right? So the thing is, he's talking about that he actually had this idea and pitched it to Paramount originally about a Dreadnoks movie.
But I've always loved it, and so I had an idea for a Dreadnoughts movie. And I was like, I just wanted to do a Dreadnoughts movie. And I went to Paramount and pitched it. And they were like, well, the franchise kind of needs to be like, it needs to be launched. So we can't come out with a Dreadnoughts movie. Would you have a take on would you have an angle for GI Joe proper? And I was like, hell yeah, I'll have an angle for that.
That he was interested in doing that. He's like, nope, this is going to be a banger. And the thing is, I think Paramount actually had the right idea here. They're like, you know what? That's a great idea, but we can't do Dreadnoks right now without a GI Joe movie. And the thing is, you got to think about this for a second. The Dreadnoks movie that he's written is probably amazing, could be greatest movie of all time. However, if that movie came out first and, didn't do as great as they thought it would do, then the actual GI Joe movie probably wouldn't get made. So you need to do things in the correct order. Paramount's like, hey, how about we do a GI Joe movie first, and then we'll look at that Dreadnoks movie that you want to do based on how good the GI Joe movie is. So guess what? Danny McBride, he went back to the paper and he actually came up with an actual GI Joe, a Real American Hero themed movie that all of us as collectors and fans and kids of this property have always wanted. I can remember being a kid, being like 10 or 11, and there was rumors about a GI Joe movie coming out, and it didn't happen. We got those other movies, and I've talked about those other movies in depth. Check out the video in the description or at the end where I rank all the GI Joe and Transformer movies, and I'll tell you, I tell you what I think about them, and it's not good. So anyways, so back to the topic. So Paramount basically said, you know what, let's do a GI Joe movie first. And Danny came up with this idea, and I think he might have let too many details go right off the bat here.
You're following Duke and a group of other Joes. And I don't know how familiar you are with the comics, are you?
I watch the cartoon religiously, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, and there's that town in the comics, Springfield, which is a town that's secretly all Cobra. Okay. And so that is where our film takes place. Yeah.
But long story short, it looks like what we're looking at right this second, the version that they're talking about right this second in this podcast, is we'll have Duke and, a small set of GI Joe team members. So, probably some other Real American Hero characters, Snake Eyes, maybe Scarlet, maybe Roadblock, some sprinkled in, and they end up in the town of Springfield that is controlled by Cobra. So, I mean, it sounds like it has real potential. And the thing is with these movies, okay? How are they going to do it? Are they going to do a cartoon based? Are they going to do a little wacky? Are they going to do cartoon a little wacky? Are they going to do comic a little serious? What are they going to draw from to bring this movie to life? And you've got to find this balance in the middle. I think you can't go too wacky. People aren't going to appreciate that. You can't go too serious because then the original subject matter doesn't come through properly. So you got to find that balance. Hopefully, people at Paramount Paramount, Danny McBride, they'll be able to sprinkle it all together and make it work, because you know what? The community is dying for an actual GI Joe based 80s movie that has all those beloved characters in it that are actually faithful to the representations of what we've known and grown up for. I think this has real potential. Do I think it's a guaranteed win? No. And I only say that based on the previous outings of all the other GI Joe movies and all the other Transformer movies. I mean, these movies get made, some of them make a lot of money, but there's only a handful of them that are actually okay or good. And once again, I talk about it, I rank all the movies in the video, so stay to the end, watch that one next. But anyways, so this is interesting that this news is coming out, and we'll see how this plays out. I mean, my interest is peaked for sure, and I'm excited, but I'm also cautiously excited because I don't know how this is going to work out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they can actually get everything to line up and come together, and they actually make a good movie that us as long-term fans can appreciate and be excited for, and you know, draw on some new fans. And you know what? If it's good enough, if it's great, that will lead to new product, new toys, new collectibles, because there'll be a new market for it. So we as toy collector fans kind of need this to be successful, to hopefully draw in some new ideas, some new products, and get that stuff out there. So fingers crossed. Let me know what you think. Can they pull off a real American hero movie for a modern, you know, new audience? You know, a summer blockbuster movie that we'll see in probably 2028 or 2029, because if it's going to start filming in 2027, and you know, there's delays. So we'll see how it works out. Let me know what your thoughts are. Can they do this? Will it be successful? Are you excited for what potentially could come? We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, let me know in the comments. You know, like I said, watch this video right here where I rank all the GI Joe and Transformer movies, and this is probably a good video right here too. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Good night.
So this has some momentum. It sounds like Paramount likes the script. Hopefully
Yeah,
this
and
is
we
happening.
have some pretty interesting people lining up to be in it too. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it looks to be like it's going to be pretty fun.
Holy crap, I'm excited. Okay, amazing.